guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Romania's surprise election results explained.
Sponsored by Incogni. It was predicted to be a tight race, and that's exactly what it turned out to be. Two candidates left, with sharp.
He is so happy covering these elections.
But a prison.
he found his passion.
Pro-Occident, anti-Occident. We share common values with the Trump administration.
Îmi doresc ca România să păstreze direcția pro-occidentală, asta însemnând pro-europeană.
And now, Romanians have elected a new president. The Romanian presidential elections are finally over, and we actually have a winner. You see, the story didn't start off this smoothly. The initial election took place in November last year, and the results were annulled. This happened after the winner of the first round vote was disqualified and banned from participating in a rerun. The official reason? Irregularities and procedural flaws. The unofficial reason? Russian foreign interference, disinformation campaigns, and pressure from allies who were concerned about Romania's democratic future. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago, and the election was completely rerun. Over 10 candidates faced off, all vying for the top spot. In the end though, George Simion, the fiery leader of the far-right Alliance for the Union of Romanians, in short AUR,
This is
secured
the one I remembered.
Yeah, we did this. We did. This is the.
This is where I ask you, okay, where are the votes gonna go? Not the other one, because remember here, also they're all the same.
No,
And we were trying to decide, okay.
I know. Yeah, we done this video. Like we've done the round one summary. This is the round two now.
I don't think I remembered
Poland. Poland, we've never done. That was our first time. Yeah.
1% of the vote. Nikos Dan, a technocrat center-right reformer, earned 21%. But in Romania, to win outright in the first round, a candidate must secure more than 50% of the vote from all registered voters, not just those who turned out. That threshold is extremely hard to reach, especially with lower turnout. So most elections go to a second round between the top two candidates. And that's exactly what happened. Simion and Dan advanced to the second round, which took place last night and determined Romania's president for the next 5 years. So, what were those results? Well, it was incredibly close.
Who do you think?
The kind of
Who do you
election that
think?
keeps you
Who do
glued
you
to the screen
think?
all night.
Go back. Go back. I want to see the score. So, what do you think?
I saw the results.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
It wouldn't be a fair guess.
Night. But in the end, Nikos Dan narrowly won the Romanian presidency, just edging out Gheorghe Simion. It's a significant victory, and one that likely brought a sigh of relief.
Told you.
What did you tell me?
I told you he was gonna get the vote. I said go back. Go back. I said okay. So
He had 21%.
yes.
And he won.
So I said to you, what are the chances that not everyone below him don't just come together and go to the next best thing? I told you. You're like, oh no, he already has 40%. And
yes.
people gonna magically get off their bed and go vote. No. The people who already voted are gonna go to the next best thing.
They did that.
I told you. And I'm not even a psychic.
You're not a psychic.
From Brussels. There's no love lost between the far-right Simion and the European Union. And in Romania, the presidency is far from a symbolic role. The president directs foreign policy, appoints the prime minister, and can veto legislation or refer to the constitutional court. And most importantly, they command the armed forces and represent Romania on the European stage. So, who is this new president? Nikos Dan started out as a maths prodigy, studying in Bucharest and Paris, where he earned his PhD. He soon became a civic activist, fighting to save historic buildings in Bucharest from demolition. Then, in 2015, he stepped into politics, founding the Save Bucharest Union, which later became the Save Romania
and also
Union,
he had the
or
most
USR.
experience in the other guy. Like, this is the most logical decision to make.
Well, from our perspective, yeah, but we don't live in Romania, so for them, we can't really speak, from what's going on there.
Progressive pro-European party built to fight corruption and modernize the Romanian state. And USR's rise was just as fast. The party entered parliament in 2016 and rapidly became the main voice for Romania's urban, educated, and anti-corruption electorate. But Dan himself left in 2017, frustrated by growing tensions between the party's progressive and conservative factions. That didn't slow him down though. He won the Bucharest mayor race in 2020 and secured re-election in 2024. And this momentum, including his reformist image, carried him all the way to the presidency. His campaign slogan, Honest Romania, and it stuck. Dan's modest lifestyle, including the 3-room rented flat he shares with his partner and their 2 children, helped reinforce his image as a clean...
Not only he walked the walk, he talked the talk.
independent, and unbought politician. When it comes to foreign policy, Dunn made his position crystal clear during the campaign.
Îmi doresc ca România să păstreze direcția pro-occidentală, asta însemnând pro-europeană, ca România să fie activă în participarea sa în interiorul Uniunii Europene, pe de altă parte să păstreze parteneriatul strategic pe care îl are cu Statele Unite, care este foarte important, mai ales în zona de securitate.
He's also been a vocal supporter of Ukraine and a defender of Romania's.
This is big. This is good for Europe. This was a very great result for the European Union. I'm sure, the EU is hoping for the same in Poland in 2 weeks to happen. But yeah, this is a very, very good result.
Place in NATO and the European Union.
Deci, pentru ca Ucraina să obțină o pace justă, ea are nevoie de sprijinul țărilor occidentale, inclusiv de sprijinul României. Și asta este pentru securitatea României.
In his view, Europe and the US are not in competition, but on the same side. Dan also backs a stronger, more integrated European Union, with real institutions, real enforcement of the rules, and deeper cooperation where it makes sense. But he's also pushed for reforms, more transparency, and more democratic accountability, in a clear connection between EU decisions.
Something, of course, people would want. He makes sense.
Everything he's saying sounds reasonable,
Yeah.
And citizens' voices. He's sharply critical of Eurosceptic narratives, though, and has argued that Romania gains enormously from EU membership. For one, access to the single market, rule of law structures, and a shared foreign policy. In the European Parliament, USR, the party is still closely related to, sits with the Renew Europe group, alongside Macron's Renaissance, Germany's FDP, and other centrist liberal parties. On defense, Don backs a stronger Romanian military, with plans to gradually increase defense spending to 3.5% of GDP. Romania is also playing an active role in the EU's Rearm initiative, by boosting its own domestic arms production capabilities. And when it comes to the region, Don has made it clear that Romania will continue to champion Moldova's European path.
Republica Moldova trebuie sprijinită necondiționat.
That means diplomatic backing within EU institutions, technical support for pre-accession funding, and sharing expertise in key reform areas. So, this is the new president of Romania.
Is sitting there upset.
Oh yeah, this is anti-Putin result. Yeah, not good for Putin.
Let us know what you think of him in the comments. And honestly, trying to keep up with everything going on in Europe is pretty much a full-time job, which is probably why I was a little distracted when I got a call from a German number a couple of months ago. It looked legit. The guy claimed to be an Amazon representative, asking whether I wanted to extend or cancel my Prime subscription. Perfect timing, I thought. I barely use Prime anyway. And yes, you're probably calling me an idiot already. And you are right. My brain was deep in the middle of writing a new YouTube script, and I wasn't really thinking. He sounded super professional and said all I had to do was download a service app from the App Store. But thank God, just before hitting the install button, my brain finally switched back on, screaming scam. I canceled the call, and after a bit of Googling, it turns out the app would have helped to compromise everything on my phone, including my banking details. And this wasn't the first time. Scam calls, phishing emails, sketchy links, they keep coming.
That's an ad.
Why? Because my personal data is out there, and yours is too. And for a long time, there was nothing you could do about it, until now. Check out Incogni, a service.
I didn't know that's another way to scam too.
Well,
the scams are getting very creative.
And ain't nobody scamming me over phone call if I don't pick up nothing.
But to download an app and they can take your banking information.
That part I didn't know.
Scary.
Ain't nobody calling me.
You get the ads to play. Try this new game.
Yeah, you're right.
So you have to be careful.
But I don't know if he's exaggerating a little because it's an ad. You can't trust nobody.
Can I see the comments, please?
Bro, that is not a narrow victory when it comes to presidential election in Romania. If you check the history, that's quite a comfortable win.
I would agree.
54% did feel fairly comfortable. 4% is... usually elections go like 51, 52%.
Especially when he says, participation is not really that high. So the people who already voted are going to repeat again. He's not going to inspire new people just to go and vote.
As a Bulgarian, I'm very happy with Romanian's choice. Bravo, Vecini.
Really cool. And the guy seems quite honest. Wow. That's lucky. My guy is not that honest.
Your guy?
Donald Trump.
Oh, your guy. You omitted one very important aspect of Nico Sordan's past. He won 2 times gold at the International Maths Olympiad.
Wow.
Very difficult thing to do.
He's smart. Wow. That's impressive. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.